Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome back to the last verse of James lore. This one is titled "Hey Dad." This is Mira. You're listening to Angst. Finger guns. Yeah. Um. Yeah. We're gonna start reading now. Trigger warnings. Talk about death, temporary character death, mourning, claustrophobia, buried alive trope. Uh, yeah. So take care of yourselves if this is something that bothers you. Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Don't bury me in one of those fancy ass shitty tuxes. You don't want me bothering the Raven Queen, do you? 'Cause I'll nag her ass so hard I'll come back and punch you for it, too. Jamie, you're not going to die before me. Dad, come on. I'm a street rat. I'm your street rat. I'd rather have a plan that ain't gonna be used till I'm gray than not to have one and your constipated ass fuck it up so bad I was haunting you. A sigh. A pinched nose. Victory. What do you want to be buried in, Jamie? Well, obviously, if I'm gonna be running around the Raven Queen's court being a bird and all, I think I'd like to be buried in my red hoodie. Since I'm pretty sure you'd refuse to let me be buried in my night clothes. Absolutely not. Hoodie it is. The older man tries to ignore the fist bump. Oh, and don't let them skimp on the binder. If I don't get the tits heated off, that is. The older man looks at the teenager sharply. Like hell, they'd bury my son in something that would give him dysphoria. A relaxed grin is his reward as the boy rubs his nose. You know, I really like it when you call me that. A hand rests on his shoulder. I'll call you son as many times as you want, Jamie. He says softly. It will always be true, no matter what. James grins up at his dad. Thanks, Pops. His dad reflexively twitches, head swiveling for a very familiar elven butler. James snorts on a laugh at his father's reaction, and the matter of wills and funeral attire is forgotten. He's clawing and choking, and it's with a ragged cry that no one hears that he digs himself out of his grave, numb and fuming and terrified. His mouth is full of mud, and he scrambles out of his hole and into disturbed grass, fingertips ragged and bleeding. That damn bastard! He doesn't even really remember who he's cursing at. All he knows is that he is incandescently furious as he rips the restrictive thing off his shoulders and practically tears it to shreds. Awful garment. It should burn in hell like it belongs. He stomps on the black piece of shit for a good few minutes until it's meshed with the mud and he can't feel it anymore. He spits out mud in its direction and begins to stumble away, mind already beginning to cloud over as pain begins to register. As he stumbles out of the wrought iron gates around him, he yanks off his shoes, rips off the tie that is cinched around his throat like a noose. He stumbles into a clothesline and finds a red hoodie, soft and warm. Shoes that fit and jeans that do not chafe and are impossibly soft and silken. Dressed in garb that makes him blend in with the shadows despite its sharp bright colors. And then he walks and walks, and the lady of the city asks the patron of plot for a boon for one of her wayward nights. It is not safe for her poor fallen bird, and so she hands him off to the plot to guide him to a place of safety. And so Lady of Gotham, Lady of Civic City, gives up her fallen bird to a place where he can be safe from the one who laughs and laughs. A month or so later, and James is working at the Partyplex. A month or so later, another bird starts to investigate where his predecessor disappeared from. Several months later, and James has a friend with a similar condition to him. Several months later, and James considers returning home. That's all for now. I will be doing these more as I write more lore documents and stuff, so finger guns, look out for those. Bye!